We take pride in our facilities and trust that your experience here in Gothenburg will be a positive one. We are confident that everyone attending our events will exhibit the level of sportsmanship, integrity, and personal conduct that is characteristic of Gothenburg High School, the Southwest Conference, and Nebraska School Activities Association. We thank you for your cooperation and support. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We invite you at this time to rise and turn your attention to the west side of the gymnasium as we honor America with our national anthem performed by the Gothenburg Band. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our visitors, the 12-1 Sidney Red Raiders. A 5'4" senior, number 2, Reagan Stanley. A 5'7" junior, number 3, Peyton Schrittberger. A A 5'7" senior, number 11, Reese Riddle. A 5'6" sophomore, number 24, Kayla Westby. And a 5'8" junior, number 35, Katie Ramsey. Red Raiders are coached by Tyler Shaw, assisted by Matt McVeigh, Dan Dover, Jessica Hayes.
All right, good evening, everybody, and thank you guys so much for joining us. This is going to be the girls' varsity game versus the Sidney Red Raiders here in our North Gym. Both the JV teams falling just a little bit short tonight. We are hoping that the girls' varsity team has talked it out, hopefully bringing together the team and carrying the momentum from last week with quite a win into this week and carrying our winning streak through the girls' game. Ashlyn Richardson winning the tip-off there. She'll find the Swede hopefully here soon. Passing it off to Clara Everett. Richardson passing it to the left corner. Aubrey O'Hare takes it, and it'll be out of bounds. Going to be called on Sidney hitting it out of bounds. Swedes will maintain possession of the ball. Kinley Strasser to start us off. All right, Ashlyn Richardson taking that one, passing it to the right. Again, Aubrey O'Hare passing it top of the key. Clara Everett takes it. Working her way around. Stanley passes it off. Back to O'Hare in the right corner. Back to Everett. Everett passing it across to O'Hare. She goes from the three. No good. Going to be rebounded by Clara Everett. And she almost loses the ball. Gets it back. Passes it off top of the key to Ellery Harm. She works her way forward. Goes for two. No good. It's going to be called out of bounds just barely by number 3, Schroeterberger. All right, Kinley Strasser starting us off again. She passes it in. Fight for the ball. Going to be Claire Everett getting it. And possible jump ball here. Yes, it's going to be called a jump ball. Sidney will take possession of the ball now. Now going to be starting us off is going to be number 11, Riddle. She passed it forward to number 24, Westby. Schroeterberger passing it off there to Westby. Top of the key, working her way forward around Aubrey O'Hare. She passed it off there to Stanley. Stanley at the line, working her way back top of the key, working her way around. Ellery Harm passes it right corner to number 3, Schroeterberger. She passes it back off to Stanley. Top of the key, number 24, Westby takes it. Left corner, number 11, passing it back and forth there with number 24, Westby. And that is a three-point shot from number 2, Stanley, falling just a little bit over the rim. Going to be called no good. Kinley Strasser takes a 3 for Gothenburg. Still no good. We are now 2 minutes into the game. Nobody has scored yet. Both teams' defense is quite amazing. Number 35 scoring for Sidney. That's Ramsey. Score of 0-2 now. And the ball going to be taken there by Sidney. Top of the key, number 11, Riddle takes it. Passing it forward there to number 24, Westby. Foul going to be called going to be called on Gothenburg, number 20. That'll be Kinley Strasser's first of the night. That'll put number 24, Westby, at the line. She'll get 2. And missing that second one as well, keeping the score of 0-2. We do have a 3-point shot being attempted there. No good. She did stumble onto the ground there, and the ball will be taken over. Gothenburg, Kinley Strasser to start us off. Richardson passing across court to Emily Cornwell, who gives it up to Sidney. Number 15, Black has it. She passes it off to number 13, Denovalis. Left corner, number 10, Ahrens takes it. Now number 24, Westby has it. She goes up for 2, and that's 2 more for Sidney. 0-4. Richardson passes it forward to Strasser. Strasser working her way back down towards the court, towards the hoop, excuse me. Passes it off to Richardson. Now top of the key, Taryn O'Hare has it. Left corner, Kinley Strasser. Right side to Ashlyn Richardson at the line. Gives it back left corner to Kinley Strasser. She goes up for 2. No good. Going to be rebounded by Riddle. Riddle slowing the pace down. Passes it off to number 13, Denovalis. Right corner, number 10, Ahrens from the 3. Going to be no good. And that'll be out of bounds on Sidney. Gothenburg will take over at the baseline. Taryn O'Hara will pass the ball in for the Swedes, passing it to Kinley Strasser all the way up. Now Ellery Harm has it at the line, passes it back top of the key. Kinley Strasser goes from the 3. Going to be no good. All right, a timeout has been called by Gothenburg. We'll be back in just a little bit.
Words speak volumes about a person, but what do they say about a business? We'll let you decide. If you could describe Flatwater Bank in one word, what would it be?
Obliging.
Friendly.
Relationships.
Loyalty.
Reliable.
Bank on local people you know. Learn what we're all about at flatwater.bank.
All right, coming back after that timeout. Score still fairly low, 0-4. Hopefully bringing those numbers up here shortly. Kinley Strasser takes it over. Going to be a foul call. The push will be called on. Going to be called on Sidney, number 3. That'll be Schroetberger's first. 0-4 again. Claire Everett going to start us off. Passing it off to Kinley Strasser. She's at the top of the key. Passes it left side to Taryn O'Hare. Back top of the key, Kinley Strasser. Cross court to Clara Everett. Working her way around number 10, Ahrens. She passes it off to Kinley Strasser. Back to Everett, back to Strasser. Trying to get some communication happening on the court. Ellery Harm goes up for 2, no good. Sidney takes it over. Ahrens taking the ball down the court, passes it off to number 13, Denovalis. She goes up for 2, no good. Schroetberger takes the ball, going to be out of bounds. Sidney will remain possession of the ball. We're going to have Stanley start us off for Sidney. Passing it into number 24, Westby. She goes up for 2, no good. Clara Everett there to catch the ball, passes it off to Richardson. Back top of the key, Kinley Strausser will take it at the line, passes it off to Ashlyn Richardson from the three. Going to be no good. Riddle passing the ball off there to number 35, Ramsey. Now Westby has it, passes it back off to Ramsey at the top of the key, right side to Stanley. Forward to Riddle, working her way around Kinley Strausser. She's going to attempt to go up for two, and that's no good. Going to be rebounded by Kinley Strausser. Passes it forward to Aubrey O'Hare. Cross court to Emily Cornwell, She maintained the ball from going out of bounds, but now we have a fight for the ball. Sidney comes up with it. Riddle takes it. She's at the top of the key, working her way forward towards the hoop. And a foul is going to be called there. Going to be called on Gothenburg, number 20, Kinley Strausser. That's her second of the night. That'll put Riddle at the line. I believe she will get two. Missing the first one. Again, she will go for a second. Got some substitutions. Harm and Taryn O'Hare in for Cornwell and Strausser. And missing the second one as well. Gothenburg taking over. Aubrey O'Hare has it. She passes it off to Richardson. Forward to Harm at the line. And they lose the ball to Sidney. Going to have Ramsey take it over. Ramsey passes it off to Riddle. Riddle back to Ramsey. Now Stanley has it. Schroeberger passing it forward to Riddle. Top of the key, Westby takes it left corner to Ramsey. She goes from the three, and it's in. We are now 0-7. The Swedes remain off the board as we are winding down of the first quarter. Just about a minute and a half left. Ellery Harm passing it off to O'Hare. O'Hare back top of the key to Richardson. Forward attempt to Clara Everett, and she goes up for two, and the Swedes are now on the board, 2-7. Better late than never. Westby passing it up for two more, and that's two more for Sidney, 2-9. Richardson passing it forward to Ellery Harm. She wasn't quite there. Riddle passing it off to Westby. She's thinking about going for two. That's two more for Sidney. However, whistle was called right before that. Not going to be counted. Going to be called a travel. All right, Clara Everett's going to be checking out. In for her is Emily Cornwell. Aubrey O'Hare passing it into Ashlyn Richardson. She passes it off back to O'Hare. Cornwell takes the ball now. Aubrey O'Hare to Cornwell, left corner to Taryn O'Hare. Back right side to Aubrey O'Hare. She thinking about going for two, doesn't. A lot of passing happening here. And going to be off the shoe of number 13, Denovelis. Emily Cornwell will start us off. Richardson passing it off to number 12, Taryn O'Hare. And from the three, Richardson goes to make some more points for the Swedes, but it was no good. Again, time dwindling down here. It doesn't look like anybody else will come out with another shot, but it is possible. And there it is, right at the buzzer, 2-11. We'll be back in just about a minute. Again, thank you for joining me as I announce the Swede basketball games. My name is Trevor Gauss. I'll be back in just a little bit.
I really just couldn't be prouder of the team that we have here. And I don't think there's a better team anywhere. This medical staff, by far and away, is the best medical staff that I have ever worked with in my 20-year career in healthcare.
All right, we are back from that quick little break in between quarters there. Again, Swedes are down by quite a bit here, 2-11, low-scoring game so far. We're going to see if we can change that up here. 4-11 is where we're at now. Ramsey passing it off. Travel going to be called on Sidney. Gothenburg will take over again. Looks as if Kinley Strasser will start us off. Passes it clear, top of the key to Clara Everett, right side, back to Strasser, thinking about going for a three. She doesn't. She works her way forward. Left corner, Aubrey O'Hare goes for three. Not quite. Bouncing in and out. Ramsey takes the ball down the court for the Red Raiders. Passes it off to Stanley. Ball's going to be out of bounds on Gothenburg. Stanley to start us off. She passes it into Ramsey at the half court, working her way forward. Almost losing the ball to Richardson there, trying to find somebody to help her out. She passes it off to Riddle. Riddle is going to go up for two, no good. Schroetberger is going to go up for two, still no good. Foul going to be called. Going to be called on number 25. That'll be Ellery Harms first of the night. Stanley making that, or excuse me, Schroetberger making that first one. She'll go for a second. And making the second one as well. Richardson working her way around. Sidney passing it off to Ellery Harm. Harm goes up for two, and it's in. 6-13. Going to be off the shoe of Ramsey. They're losing the ball. Claire Everett will take it over. She goes up for two, no good. Ramsey will take it back over, passing it forward to Schroetberger. She goes up for two, still no good. Ellery Harm takes it back, passing it off to Richardson forward two. Kinley Strasser, she's at the line working her way left to Aubrey O'Hare, top of the key. Richardson takes it. Right side to Clara Everett. In the corner now, Strasser takes it. Back top of the key, Richardson goes for three. No good. It's going to roll out of bounds. Gothenburg will maintain possession of the ball. Just about 6 minutes left in the first half. 6-13 is where we sit. Strasser starting us off. Richardson passing it off to Aubrey O'Hare. Back to Richardson right side to Clara Everett. Everett off to Aubrey O'Hare from the three, and it's off. Saved the ball from going out of bounds. However, Sidney did take back possession of the ball. Riddle has it. She works her way back to number two. Stanley passing it off to Riddle at the top of the key. She finds Stanley in the left-hand corner, back to Riddle. Top of the key. Westby goes up for 2. No good. Claire Everett takes it over. And Ellery Harm putting up 2 more, and a foul called on Sidney all at the same time. That'll put Ellery Harm at the line. Foul was called on. Going to be Sidney, number 3, Schroetberger. That'll be her second of the night, excuse me. We got some substitutions happening here. Emily Cornwell's in, checking out. Clara, Everett, Ramsey, and Stanley are also out on Sidney's side. Again, Ellery Harm at the line, making it, bringing our score 9-13, closing in that gap that was once quite marginal. Now we are taking the ball over again, as that was out of bounds by Sidney. Just about 5 minutes left in the half. Strasser passes it into Richardson. Aubrey O'Hare passing it off right corner to Kinley Strasser. Goes from 3. Bouncing off the rim. Going to be no good. Going to be recovered by number 21, Dillahay. Working her way around Emily Cornwell. She's at the half court. Passes it off to number 12, Schrader. Riddle at the line. She's going to go up for 2. Not quite. Richardson will take it over. Passing it forward to Ellery Harm, who goes up for 2. No good. Going to be out of bounds. Sidney will take it over. All right, some good defense work there by the Swedes. Ashlyn Richardson takes it over and loses it all at the same time, yet it's out of bounds, so we'll get it back. Logan Hilbers joining us on the court, checking out Emily Cornwell. Strasser passing it off to Taryn O'Hare, left corner to Logan Hilbers, who passes it off. Strasser right side, back to Strasser. Passing it back and forth here. All right, going to be taken over by number 21, Dillahay. Passing it off to Ramsey in the left-hand side. Now in the left corner, Dillahay has it again. Ramsey takes it over, passes it forward to Schrader, and that's in for 2. 9-15. Taryn O'Hare takes the ball down the court, passing it off to Strasser, forward to Everett. Everett right side to Ellery Harm from the 3, and it's in. 12-15. Ramsey passing the ball back and forth with Westby. Passes it off to Schrader. Westby takes it again at the top of the key. Passes it off to number 10, Aarons. Looked almost out of bounds, but it wasn't. Dillahay goes up for 2, no good. Ellery Harm takes it over. She passes it off to Kinley Strasser. Right side to Logan Hilbers from the 3. Not quite. Taryn O'Hare there to save the ball. Logan Hilbers has it back, passes it off to Strasser. Now Ellery Harm has it. She's going to go up for 2, no good. Clara Everett there to rebound it. She goes up for 2, no good. However, a foul was called on Sidney. Going to be called on number 12, Schrader. That'll be her first of the night. Clara Everett at the line for 2. Making the first one. Again, she'll go for 2. Substitutions on Gothenburg's side. Richardson, Cornwell, Aubrey O'Hare in. Checking out Taryn O'Hare, Hilbers, and Harm. Missing the second one. Schroetberger takes it over. Passes it off to Ramsey. Right side to Stanley. Working her way around Aubrey O'Hare. Passes it back to Ramsey. Left to Riddle. Back to Ramsey. Back to Riddle in the left corner. Ramsey takes it again. Stanley getting the ball there from Ahrens. Passes it back off to Ahrens. Left corner, Stanley takes it again. Forward to Riddle, and a push will be called there. Going to be called on Kinley Strasser. Her third of the night. Riddle working her way around Richardson. She goes up for two. No good. Travel going to be called as well on Sidney. Gothenburg will take it over. O'Hare passing it into Richardson. Back to O'Hare. Back to Richardson. Forward all the way to Clara Everett. Almost losing the ball. She maintains it. Almost loses it again. And she does lose it that time. Ramsey passes it off to Riddle. And a push called on Gothenburg. Going to be called on Ellery Harm. Her second of the night. Taryn O'Hare checking in for Ellery Harm. Riddle at the line. She's going to be passing it in all the way, top of the key to number 10, Ahrens, who passed it off to Ramsey. Ramsey working her way up to the hoop. Goes for two. No good. We are now under a minute in the first half. Score of 13-15. Aubrey O'Hare passing it off to Richardson, top of the key. Right side to O'Hare. Now in the right corner, Cornwell takes it. Back to Taryn O'Hare. Richardson forward to Aubrey O'Hare. Taryn O'Hare takes it again. Forward to Clara Everett. Aubrey O'Hare going to go up for two. It's in, and a whistle blown there. Foul going to be called on number 3, Schroetberger, her third of the night. We are all tied up at 15. Aubrey O'Hare at the line, missing it. Ahrens takes over, passes it off to Ramsey. Now under 30 seconds left in the first half. Stanley passing it off to Schroetberger in the right corner. Top of the key, Ahrens goes for three. No good. Stanley has the ball. No good, or it is good, excuse me. 15-17 is where we sit, and a timeout will be called. Again, 16 and a half seconds left in the first half. We'll be right back.
At Cottonwood and Gothenburg Realty, their experience, knowledge, and local connections provide the best marketing for their real estate clients. Whether buying or selling a home, it's one of the single most important decisions you will make. That's why you deserve a professional with market knowledge, negotiation skills, and good ethics to assist you. Their team is made up of caring, knowledgeable professionals that work tirelessly to help you with the home buying and selling process. Call today or check out their webpage to learn more. Cottonwood and Gothenburg Realty.
All right, we are back from that quick little timeout again. We'll be leaving here shortly in about 10 seconds. Gothenburg trying to drain the clock, yet work the clock at the same time to make some points before we check out for halftime. Aubrey O'Hare going up for two, no good, and that is how we check out of our first half, 15-17. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. I'll play through some ads, and then you can just watch the court. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, and thank you guys for sticking with us through those 10 minutes. We are back again. Score quite low, 15-17. Hopefully the Swedes can come together here and get some higher scores. And we have foul called already. Kinley Strasser will start us off. Passing it into Richardson, working her way around Stanley. She'll pass it off to Aubrey O'Hare. Back to Richardson, left side to Clara Everett. Now Richardson takes it over again. Passes it off to Everett from the three. Going to be no good. Westby takes it over. She passes it off to Stanley in the left corner, working her way around Richardson. She loses the ball to Gothenburg. Ellery Harm passes it off to Richardson. Back to Strasser. Richardson top of the key. Right side to Aubrey O'Hare. Richardson passing it off to Strasser. And 2 points from Ellery Harm, 17-17. Westby working her way around Kinley Strasser, and Clara Everett passes it off to Ramsey. Now forward to Stanley, thinking about going for two. She doesn't. It was intercepted there by Ellery Harm, hitting the ball mid-air, breaking the trajectory that Stanley had. Stanley in the left corner has it again, passes it forward to number 11, Riddle. Westby working forward off to Stanley from the three. Going to be no good. Air ball heading out of bounds. Kinley Strasser passing it in to Ashlyn Richardson. She gives it half court to Clara Everett. Passes it off to Aubrey O'Hare, back to Richardson. Richardson from the three, not quite. Clara Everett takes it over. She passes it back to Richardson, left side to Kinley Strasser. She goes up for two, still no good. Schroetberger takes it, going to be out of bounds. Sidney will take it over Riddle to start us off. We do have some quick substitutions here. Emily Cornwell's in, checking out Clara Everett. Again, Riddle starting us off. She passes it in to Ramsey. Ramsey back to Westby. Westby working her way all down the court by herself. Westby passing it out to Schroetberger for two, and it's good. 17-19. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. Kinley Strasser takes the ball down the court, passing it off to Aubrey O'Hare. Thinking about going for a three, doesn't, passes it off. Ellery Harm puts it up for two, and it is good. 19-19. And the ball heading into the crowd. That'll give Gothenburg the ball. Richardson at the half court, working her way back towards the hoop, passes it off to Emily Cornwell, back to Richardson, top of the key. Again, Cornwell thinking about going for a three there. She doesn't. Wide open, she goes for a three this time, and it's in. 22-19, Gothenburg in the lead for the first time here in quite a while. Westby passing it off to Stanley. Riddle has it now. Almost loses it there, gets it back, passes it off top of the key to Westby, working her way around Kinley Strasser, trying to find a teammate here to help her out. She passes it off to Stanley, back top of the key, working her way forward towards the hoop, goes up for two, no good. Foul is going to be called. Called on Emily Cornwell. It'll be her first of the night. Some more substitutions. Taryn O'Hare and Clara Everett checking in, checking out. Emily Cornwell and Aubrey O'Hare. Riddle passing it off there to number 35, Ramsey. Now Schrader passing it off there. And that was number 13. Denovelis going up for two, still no good. Richardson wide open, goes for three, no good. Foul will be called on Gothenburg. Going to be called on Ellery Harm. I believe that'll be her third. Just over 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. Riddle passing it in there to Denovelis. She passes it off to Stanley. Stanley giving it off to Ramsey. Ramsey working her way forward. She goes up for two. It's good. However, the whistle was blown before it went into the hoop, so I do not believe it'll count. 22 is who the foul was called on. That'll be Clara Everett's first. Riddle passing it in to Denovelis. Denovelis over to Ramsey at the half court, working her way forward, top of the key, passes it forward to Stanley, just underneath the hoop, passes it off, loses it to Aubrey O'Hare, and we lose it back to Riddle. Sidney takes it over. Denovelis takes the ball over for Ramsey, back to Ramsey in the left corner. She passes across court to Stanley, thinking about going for a three. Emily Cornwell got there to block her. Rebounding is Kinley Strasser, passing it forward to Aubrey O'Hare. Nobody's on her. She goes up for two, and that's two more for the Swedes. 24-19, 3 minutes, 9 seconds left on the clock. Riddle working her way towards the hoop. Stanley goes up for two, and that's two more for Sidney. 24-21. Kinley Strasser taking the ball for the Swedes. And a timeout is going to be called by Coach Schuett. We will be back in just a little bit. Actually, we're not going to be back. I would like to take the time to thank the businesses rotating at the top of your screen there, the businesses that donate money and sponsor us so that we can bring this entertainment to you guys for free, I might add. So we thank all those businesses, especially the ones that purchased an ad slot, a commercial. They paid just a little more. So again, thank all those businesses for bringing this service and making it possible for you guys to watch this anywhere in the world on any device for free. Again, we thank those businesses. We'll be back in just a little bit. All right, the Swedes are back and ready to play. Aubrey O'Hare passing it off to Kinley Strasser from the three. And that's quite the way to start off here after we come back from that timeout. 27-21. Westby working her way down towards the hoop. She goes up for two. No good. Going to be taken over. Foul called there on Gothenburg. Going to be called on Clara Everett, her second of the night. That'll put Westby at the line. She'll get two. Westby passing it off to number 10. That's Ahrens from the three. That's three more for the Red Raiders. 27-24. Just over 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Going to be heading out of bounds there. Sidney will maintain possession of the ball. Quite a few subs on the Sidney side. Riddle to start us off. Aaron's losing the ball. Stanley picks it up for Sidney. Passing it forward to Riddle, back outside to Ahrens. Right side to Schrader. Back to Stanley at the top of the key. She gives it off to Ahrens. Ahrens goes from the three, no good. Going to be taken over here. Attempted by Kinley Strasser. It did head out of bounds though. Sidney will keep possession of the ball. Exactly 1 minute, 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Score 27-24. 4 fouls on the Gothenburg side, none on the Sidney side. That is Schrader from the three, no good. Going to be taken over by Riddle. She puts it up for two, and it is good. 27-26. Sidney working their way back up to lower that gap. 1 point is the difference. Emily Cornwell passing it off there. Richardson from the three. No good. Going to be out of bounds. Sidney will take it over. Riddle passing it in there to Stanley, back to Riddle, back to Stanley. Stanley almost losing the ball there. She maintains possession of the ball, losing it there to Ellery Harm. She almost loses it, keeps it in the court, passes it off to Richardson. The Swedes maintain control of the ball as we are now under 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Cornwell passing it between her and Aubrey O'Hare. Harm has it at the line. She passes it back to O'Hare from the three, and it is in. 30-26. Under 25 seconds left here in the third quarter. And Aubrey O'Hare takes the ball back down for the Swedes. She's going to go up for two, and it's in, and a foul called on Sidney all at the same time. 32-26. Foul going to be called on number 10. That'll be Aaron's first for the night. Aubrey O'Hare at the line. She will get one shot. And it's in, 33-26. We have some substitutions. Logan Hilbert checking in, checking out. Ellery Harm. And Westby in for Aaron's. Westby and Riddle passing it back and forth there. Westby almost losing it to Richardson. Passes it forward to Schroberger. Goes up for two, no good. Ramsey goes up for three, and it is good. 33-29. And that is how we check out here of our third quarter, 33-29. Don't go anywhere, folks. Still plenty of game to be had. We'll be back in just a little bit.
Despite the risks and the unknown, one thing is for certain. Nurses always show up to take care of their patients. It's our legacy, it's our privilege, and it's our honor at bedside and beyond.
All right, we are back and ready to roll for the last 8 minutes of our game. Again, 33-29 is where we sit currently. Richardson passing it off to Everett. Everett trying to find a Swede. She finds Aubrey O'Hare, left corner to Strasser from the three. And we're 2 for 2 for ending up coming back from a break and making a three for Kinley. 36-29. It's always very satisfying to watch a three go in, but when it doesn't even touch the rim, it's even more satisfying and worth it. Ramsey working her way around Ashlyn Richardson, passes that out to Riddle from the three, and it's in. 36-32. (36-34) is the current score. Richardson passing it forward to Ellery Harm, thinking about going up for two, tried to, almost lost it. Swedes maintain the ball. Strasser passing it out to Richardson. Back out to Strasser from the three. No good. Riddle gets the ball. Riddle passing that one in there to number 24, Westby. She's trying to find a teammate here to pass the ball off to. She finds number 13. It's going to be Denovelis. Westby takes it over again at the top of the key. Passes it off to Schroetberger in the right corner. Denovelis takes it again. Back to Westby at the top of the key. Passing it off to Schroetberger, thinking about going for a two herself. She did. No good. Ellery Harm getting the rebound on that one. Aubrey O'Hare from the three. No good. It's going to go out of bounds. Sidney will take it over. Emily Cornwell has joined us on the court, checking out Ashlyn Richardson. Riddle taking the ball down the court, passing it to Stanley. It's going to roll out of her hands, out of bounds. Gothenburg will take it over. O'Hare passing it into Strasser there as we are now at the 5 3/4 minute mark. Cornwell passing it off there to Aubrey O'Hare. Back to Cornwell, right side to Aubrey O'Hare. Cross court to Kinley Strasser. She's working her way. Passes it out to Aubrey O'Hare from the three. No good. Westby will take it over for Sidney. She passes it outside to Schroetberger, top of the key. Ramsey has it. She passes it off to Riddle. Riddle finds herself at a Swede wall, passes it back out. And going up for two there with Stanley, no good. Foul was called. It's going to be called on Kinley Strasser, her fourth of the night. Stanley at the line, missing the first. She'll go for a second. Making that second one there, 36-35. Very close game here. We are now under 5 minutes left. Richardson passes it out to Everett. Everett finds Emily Cornwell. Back to Everett. Ellery Harm thinking about going up to the hoop herself. She goes up for two, and it's in. 38-35. Westby passes it out to Schroetberger. Top of the key, Ramsey has it. She goes up for two, and it is good. 38-37. Clara Everett going to work her way towards the hoop, passes it out to Ellery Harm. Timeout called by Coach Schuett. We'll be back in just a little bit.
At Cottonwood and Gothenburg Realty, their experience, knowledge, and local connections provide the best marketing for their real estate clients. Whether buying or selling a home, it's one of the single most important decisions you will make. That's why you deserve a professional with market knowledge, negotiation skills, and good ethics to assist you. Their team is made up of caring, knowledgeable professionals that work tirelessly to help you with the home buying and selling process. Call today or check out their webpage to learn more. Cottonwood and Gothenburg Realty.
All right, coming back from that quick little powwow, 4:05 is where we're at for the time, 38-37. Aubrey O'Hare passing it off to Emily Cornwell. Back to Richardson, left side to Aubrey O'Hare. Richardson goes for three. No good. Westby takes it over for the Red Raiders. Westby passing it off to Riddle. Riddle back to Ramsey at the top of the key. Riddle from the three, no good. Going to be rolling out of bounds. Joining us on the court, Logan Hilbers and Kinley Strasser. Checking out is going to be Emily Cornwell and Ellery Harm, as well as Taryn O'Hare. Richardson passing it to Aubrey O'Hare. Back to Richardson. Back to O'Hare. Richardson forward to Strasser. Back out to Richardson. Left to Aubrey O'Hare. Forward to Claire Everett. Going to roll out of bounds. Sidney will take it over. Ramsey passing that one off to Westby. Westby off to Stanley. Back left corner to Ramsey. Forward to Riddle. She tries to go up for two. Again, running into that Swede wall, but that was Stanley from the three. That'll bring the score 38-40. The Swedes behind only by two. She went up for two. No good there. No foul called either. Stanley will go up for two, passing it off to Clara Everett for Gothenburg. Hilber's passing it off there to Aubrey O'Hare. Back to Richardson. And a timeout called again by Gothenburg. The scores have turned. Now Sidney in the lead by two. We'll be back in just a little bit.
Words speak volumes about a person, but what do they say about a business? We'll let you decide. If you could describe Flatwater Bank in one word, what would it be?
Obliging.
Friendly.
Relationships.
Loyalty.
Reliable.
Bank on local people you know. Learn what we're all about at flatwater.bank.
I would like to take the time really quickly and just announce that we will be live tomorrow about 7:15 in the evening for the coronation ceremony, where we will see all the seniors, including myself, walking out, and as well as the king and queen getting crowned. Normally that takes place after the basketball games like tonight. However, they have moved that, and it will work out quite nicely for all parties involved, I believe. So again, tomorrow night at 7:15 is when that will take place. Ellery Harm at the line now for the Swedes. Making the first one. And she's going to go for a second. Missing that one. Claire Everett takes it over, passes it forward to Harm. Harm goes for two, and the Swedes take back the lead, 41-40. 2 minutes left on the clock. Riddle takes the ball, loses it, gets it back. Passing it over there. Stanley has it now from the three. No good. And it's going to go out of bounds. And the Swedes will take the ball over. Aubrey O'Hare to Never mind, we have a timeout called by the Sidney side this time. We will be right back. All right, again, we are now at 1:45. Very, very close game, a lot closer than the JV games, making it much more entertaining for you and me alike. 41-40 again is our score. Foul called. It's going to be called on, it looked like Kinley's, oh no, just called on 2. That'll be Sidney's foul, excuse me. I thought that was called on Gothenburg by the reactions of the Sidney crew, but it was not. That was called on Stanley. And the ball heading out of bounds there. Sidney will take it over here. Riddle will take the ball for the Red Raiders. Passing it in for a 3. That was number 20 for Westby. 41-43 is the score. Richardson passing it off to O'Hare. Back to Richardson. Passes it off to, losing the ball. Attempted to get it to Strasser there. Did lose the ball. And a timeout has been called by Sidney. Very close game. It's amazing what about 30 seconds can do to the scores. 41-43. Sidney back in the lead. Gothenburg has a couple options here, but we may be looking at a possible overtime, which we have not had for a home game this season. That would be quite interesting. Stick with us to find out what happens. All right, Riddle going to be starting us off for Sidney. Passing it in to Ramsey. Now Westby has it. All right, after that foul, Riddle will start us off again. 50 seconds left. Riddle passing it off to Stanley. Stanley working her way around Emily Cornwell. She passes it off to Riddle again, top of the key. Another foul called there. Going to be called number 25. 14, excuse me. Don't know where I got 25 from. That's my bad eyes. I apologize. Also called on 24. I think that's where I would have got the 25 from. Riddle at the line, either way. Missing it. The Swedes have seconds on the board to work and hopefully bring home a score of 43-43, 30 seconds left on the clock. And a timeout has been called. Again, could be looking at a possible overtime game here depending on how the teams play in just a few seconds. Stick with us. All right, here we go, folks. The last 30 seconds of the game. It's all on the Swede defense to hold their position, take the ball back, and hopefully score. If not, it looks like we will be heading into an overtime, possibly. Westby taking the ball. And a timeout has been called once again, this time called by Sidney. 10.8 seconds left. Normally I don't announce the decimal following. However, every millisecond counts. We'll be right back. All right, here we go. The make or break moment for either team. 43-43, Sidney has the ball. Riddle going to be passing it in to Westby. She goes for three, no good. Richardson trying to get the ball here. And that was Schroetberger getting it in there for the buzzer beater. 43-45 is the score. I apologize. Somebody must have misinterpreted that last score and put the scoreboard incorrectly. 43-45 should be the correct score. Sidney winning the game by 2. No overtime. I'm going to end this live stream and start up our boys one. If this is the end of the road, I appreciate you listening to my announcing. My name is Trevor Gallis. Hope you will join us for the boys game in just about 15 or 20 minutes. Again, thank you so much for watching. We will be live tomorrow for the coronation ceremony if this is the end of the road for you. Thank you so much. Have a great